It's been raining for well, since last night, and just doing a little walkabout to see how things are flowing. This is bringing water in from the road, and then diverting water around the earth bag with a whole bunch of trees and other things planted. They're all starting to sprout. These are trees that we got that are soaking up some water from the swale. This is taking water into the garden. And it's quite deep, actually. Holy cow, that's a lot of water. Oh, this is awesome. This might be too much water. This tree is actually planted on the wrong side of this situation, probably. It's going slowly down through here. We need to put another swale in right here. And then, wow, it's back all the way up to there. And then it's soaked, you know, it's probably soaking through the side here just as much, or maybe more than it's going over into the pond at this point. Okay, this is the other side of that, and you can see it's actually coming out right there. Quite a bit of water just flowing out the side. This is the driveway catchment. Concrete catch basin we installed a couple weeks ago. Brings the water around to a liner and travels on top of the liner with rocks to the edge of the property, where we can later capture it. Here is another rainwater catchment for the upper section of the driveway. Also functions as a step going down to the lake, and captures sediment and holds it on the step. One issue was just clogging up the drain, so maybe I might remove this. Then it takes water, it pipes it off the property where we were having too much water. Later we can capture it. Actually, we'll start by capturing up here in the little pond, and then overflowing and going to more ponds that will be split between the treehouse and our neighbors. Here we have a massive disruption in the intended water flow due to these logs and this machinery. So created a nice little rut of a river, bringing all of the nutrients out into the road. But this is a challenge with a construction site, especially where you have an entrance that cannot really have a silt fence on it. This is a hugelkultur swale that we put in last year. Captures water overflow from this pond, and there's earth bag in reference. And I was finishing it, never finished it last year, and there's this piece of wood that I dug up that was kind of in the way, and it's pretty well eaten up by those little black ants. There's a bunch of them. Right now they're moving their larvae because they're like, oh, something's wrong here. Retreat! There's also some little bit of soil development going on here. Some critters. I just put in this little tiny stone overflow area. Extends the water down almost to the edge of the property, and then it'll still overflow there, and instead of eroding, hopefully the stone will hold everything in place. This mushroom was actually growing underground within the pile of wood. It's completely covered up. Obviously there was a void. Look at all the roots and organisms that are just taking over the wood and turning it into soil. That black soil, there's a lot of life in here. It's really cool.